Hello, Kush. Kush, are you listening? कुछ आवाज आ रही है? प्रिया,
Yes,
इमरान,
sir.
ओके।
Bhargavi, can you start? Like we can rehearse for 5 minutes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait for a minute because just meeting got started. I think the people are coming.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can you please make all of us the co-host?
Yeah, sure. Just let me know to whom I should make a co-host.
You can make me the host. It's okay.
Okay, done.
So who is going to share the content? Kush,
Saurabh.
Sir, Saurabh Kale is going to share the screen.
so roll number 17, Saurabh Kale, right?
Yes, I'm making him co-host.
Yeah.
No, I can't. You are the host.
Inform on all the groups that joined fast. Put the reminder message.
Sir, can you please make Saurabh co-host? Or better way, make me the host so that I can make all of them the co-host.
Praveen sir. Praveen sir. Hello.
Yes, Jagat sir, I think you have started meeting, right?
Yeah, I started. You have logged in from the same account, so I will leave and will assign.
Yes.
Okay, okay, sir.
Kush, now you can try.
No, I'm not able to make them the co-host.
Naik sir, your host.
Yeah, wait. Saurabh, you can share the screen.
Sir, even chief guest wants to share screen.
Sir has joined.
No, when he'll join, please make him as well the host.
Yes. So I'm making you as a host, so you please manage the show.
Okay. Bhargavi, go ahead.
Good morning, one and all present here. So am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Sorry, okay. Good morning, one and all present here. I am Ms. Bhargavi Nimkar from second year B Pharmacy on behalf of DY Patil University School of Pharmacy. Welcome you all on this auspicious occasion. Today, we have all gathered here to celebrate the 75th Independence Day of our country. This was the day when the provisions of the 1947 Indian Independence Act transferred legislative sovereignty to the Indian Constituent Assembly. On 15th August 1947, the Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the Indian flag above the Lahori Gate of the Red Fort in Delhi. On each subsequent Independence Day, the incumbent Prime Minister customarily raises the flag and addresses the nation. As we all know, that Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has often shared his vision of building a new Atmanirbhar Bharat by the year 2022. To commemorate today's monumental occasion, all the departments and ministries will host a set of activities for a resurgent Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Ministry of Education, Government of India, is glad to announce a creative participation competition on the occasion of celebrating the 75th year of India's independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This celebration, This celebration commenced 75 weeks prior to Independence Day 2021 and will extend up to Independence Day of 2023. On this occasion of great significance, the ministry is glad to announce this competition to explore the creative instincts of students and encourage them to pen their ideas on the related themes of Indian independence. Events in this initiative include essay writing, scripts for role play, poetry writing, etc. Now, as we watch the flag being hoisted, let's proudly think what an honor it is to be citizens of this prestigious country.
Saurabh, you can share the screen.
पम 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 ये देश है वीर जवानों का, बेलों का, मस्तानों का। इस देश का यारो, इस देश का यारो क्या कहना, ये देश है दुनिया का गहना। पम 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 जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। पम पम पम
हर करम अपना करेंगे, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है, जान भी देंगे, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए।
पम 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 आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तले, आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमान के तले। जय हो जय हो चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया। वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम मातरम। वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम।
ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन,
एक दुल्हन, ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, दुल्हन के माथे की बिंदिया।
ये मेरा इंडिया, ये मेरा इंडिया, I love my इंडिया, ये मेरा इंडिया।
हम लोगों को समझ सको तो समझो दिल भर जानी, जितना भी तुम समझोगे उतनी होगी हैरानी। फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे, मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे, मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला रंग दे, रंग दे रंग दे बसंती चोला माए रंग दे। माँ तुझे सलाम, अम्मा तुझे सलाम, वंदे आओ बच्चों तुम्हें दिखाए झांकी हिंदुस्तान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो ये धरती है बलिदान की। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ मेरे बिछड़े चमन, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान।
धरती सुनहरी अंबर नीला हर मौसम रंगीला, ऐसा देश है मेरा, ऐसा देश है मेरा।
मन्ना मुन्ना राही हूँ, देश का सिपाही हूँ, बोलो मेरे संग। जय हिंद जय हिंद जय हिंद जय हिंद जय हिंद। मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन, इसके वास्ते निसार है मेरा तन मेरा मन।
ऐ वतन, ऐ वतन, ऐ वतन,
जाने मन, जाने मन, जाने मन। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी, हिंदुस्तानी। है पीर जहाँ की रीत सदा, मैं गीत वहाँ के गाता हूँ, भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ।
देश रंगीला रंगीला, देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला, देश मेरा रंगीला।
झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा, विजय विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा। हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी, ये गुलसिता हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा।
Now, we will have our flag hoisting ceremony.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा, द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Now, Ms. Janvi Srinivasan will address us with a few words.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. A very good morning to everyone, honorable chief guests, respected teachers, and my dear countrymen. I am Janvi Srinivasan, wishing you all a very happy Independence Day. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate the 75th Independence Day of India. India got independence from British rule on 15th August 1947. This is the day when we got freedom from British rule after many years of hard struggle by great Indian freedom fighters. We can never forget the sacrifices of our freedom fighters who lost their lives for their country at a very young age. We cannot ignore our great leaders who taught Indians a great lesson of non-violence. Many Indian heroes made invaluable contributions to liberating the country of India. Many freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi ji, Pandit Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Mangal Pandey dedicated their lives to liberate the country. Revolutionaries like Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh sacrificed their lives by spreading the fire of revolution in the country. We and our country have not achieved this freedom so easily. The freedom struggle was not easy. It was not easy to dream of making India independent, but the tireless struggle and sacrifice of these great people of our country made it possible. After independence, our India is progressing in the fields like science, technology, education, sports. We can choose our own government. We have every right to enjoy the largest democracy in the world. India has progressed well after its independence. We have improved and reached ahead in information technology to a great extent that our IT experts are spread all around the world. We have a very mighty defense service which can withstand and counter any foreign invasion on land, air, or sea. Indian Army is one of the strongest armies in the world. Apart from the central government, our state administration is doing a fine job for the betterment of the state and its people. With all the above, we have achieved self-reliance to a great extent without being dependent on others. The growth of drugs and pharmaceutical industry in India is primarily a post-independence phenomenon. Before independence, bulk of drugs were imported and only processing and formulations were done in the country. This industry has made tremendous progress during the last 40 years. Today, India is in a position to meet 95% of the requirements of bulk drugs and almost all the requirements for formulation. Lastly, ask not what your country has done for you, but ask what you have done for your country. And as quoted by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, every citizen of India must remember that he is an Indian and he has every right in the country, but with certain duties. Thank you.
Moving on, Ms. Simran Rana will talk about freedom and its responsibility.
Good morning to one and all present here. I, Simran Rana, on the occasion of 75th Independence Day of our country, would like to throw some light on the topic freedom and its responsibilities. Responsibilities and freedoms go hand in hand. If we don't want to take responsibilities, we can't have the freedom either. The two come together and they go together. If you shun responsibilities, you have to accept slavery in one way or the other. The 15th of August takes on a special meaning with every celebration we take part in. We take a day to remind ourselves that the founding of our country was born out of the blood, sweat, and tears of the people whom we owe an unpayable debt. Freedom of thought, expression of ideas should always be accompanied by the responsibilities to be accountable by what you say, how you think, and your delivery mode. When we get frustrated by the words of people around us, we should always take account of the sacrifice made by the people. The more independence celebration we take part in, the more we should realize that the social fabric of our country depends on each individual and it should be strong and intact. Enjoy the celebration and let's all remember that our collective responsibility is directly related to individual responsibilities. At last, I would like to end with a saying by Bob Dylan. I think of a hero as someone who understands the degree of responsibilities that comes with his freedom. Thank you.
Talking a little bit about Indian culture, India has one of the oldest civilizations and the youngest democracies. This is the only country with such a vast diversity of culture, religions, languages, even the climate and vegetation. But today is the day when we all unite together as one to celebrate our Independence Day. This pandemic has thrown light on how rich, effective, and pure the Indian culture and traditions are. Hundreds of people across the globe are resorting to Indian traditions during this COVID-19 pandemic. These include Namaste, which is an Indian practice of non contact greeting, yoga and meditation, which was initially rejected for being monotonous and ineffective, but is now a part of most people's daily routines. In terms of diets and eating habits, the world is switching over to Sattvic diet, which includes sustainable plant-based alternatives. Now moving on to the performances for today, which are beautifully prepared by our students.
तलवारों पे सरवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है, तब जाके कहीं हमने सर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए 100 दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे। मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बनके मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। सरसों से भरी खलियान मेरे जहाँ झूम के भंगड़ा पा न सका, आबाद रहे वो गांव मेरा जहाँ लौट के वापस जा न सका। ओ वतना में मेरे वतना में तेरा मेरा प्यार निराला था, कुर्बान हुआ तेरी असमत पे मैं कितना नसीबों वाला था।
I, Vaishnavi Davar, third year BCom student, would be presenting my own poem for today's day. It's a land of sages, known for bravery for ages, where respect is shown to every caste and religion, and everyone here lives in unison. Where mind is without fear and head is held high, where passion and strength will never die. Where every festival is celebrated with joy and affection, and everyone here strives and stretches its arms towards perfection. Where mountains around stand tall as protection, and rivers beloved untamed. Where tricolor, saffron, white and green symbolizes strength, sacrifice and prosperity, and Ashoka Chakra in the center, life in movement and death in stagnation it depicts. It's a country of variety and variations, and culture that no one can beat. So with freedom in mind and peace in heart, memories in soul and strength in words, let's raise our flag and honor the fighters and pledge to protect peace and unity of our nation. Wish you very happy Independence Day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansari Muzammil. I am second year D Farm. To starting the poem, सबसे पहले आप सभी को 15 अगस्त की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। मैं आज आपको सुनाने जा रहा हूँ हिंदी पोयम। सो लेट्स स्टार्टेड। रंग रंग के रूप हमारे जैसे एक उपवन को दर्शाते हैं, एक ही जल से सींचे गए हम एक ही पवन से लहराते हैं। जिस मिट्टी में जन्म हम उस शुद्ध धारा को अलग अलग ढंग से ही सही मगर एकता से सजाते हैं। तौर तरीके हैं अलग पर फ़र्ज़ अपना अपना सभी निभाते हैं। हम वो तारे हैं आसमान के जो साथ में ही शोभा लाते हैं और सृष्टि के हर नज़ारे को अलग अलग ढंग से ही सही मगर एकता से सजाते हैं। किसी ने पहन रखी है टोपी, किसी की शान पगड़ी, तो कोई केसरी से सज जाता है। हम रंग है तिरंगे के जो साथ में ही शोभा लाता है। हर रंग में ढलकर इस दुनिया को अलग अलग ढंग से ही सही मगर एकता से सजाते हैं। धन्यवाद।
ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू। मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ में याद रहे तू। ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन। तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझे से, तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझे से। पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू, पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू। ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू। ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन। तुझ पे कोई गम के आज आने नहीं दूं, तुझ पे कोई गम के आज आने नहीं दूं। कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शान रहे तू, कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शान रहे तू। ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू। ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन। सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हक था, ना देखा मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के, तेरा मेरा साथ यही तक था। ए तेरी जमीन तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है राज, तेरी इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरी हीर तो धरती है रांझे। तेरी मिट्टी मैं मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। ए मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सो दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे। ए मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा, जिस मुंह से निकल के खून कहे। है तेरी मिट्टी में
है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू।
Hi, myself Khush Jain from 3rd year B Farm from entire D.Y. Patil University School of Pharmacy. I would like to wish each and everyone Happy Independence Day. So I'll start with my performance.
I now request our Principal Sir, Dr. Rakesh Somani, to grace this occasion with his kind words.
Yeah, thank you, Bhargavi. Good morning, one and all present on this platform today. It gives me an immense pleasure to wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. I welcome our today's chief guest of the program, Mr. Yogesh Bhavsar, who has served the Indian Army for a quite long period of time. I also welcome our faculty members, their families who are watching this program, our students, and each and everyone, including parents. It is the video which was shown by Ujjwal. It was really overwhelming, and I got touched by this video. A beautifully made video. Let me appreciate him on this particular platform. My dear students, as Bhargavi has already mentioned about the importance of the day, 15th August and 26th January, these 2 days are very, very important in the life of our nation. As she also said, that ours is one of the oldest civilization in the world, and we are a young country as such, young democratic country. So 75 years we are celebrating, we call it as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And when we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, there are lots of responsibilities as a nation. We have lots of responsibilities as a citizen we have. And I look forward that you, the young students of this nation, the young citizens of this nation are ready to take up those responsibilities. As we expect that my country should give me this, my country should give me that, my government should provide me vaccine, my government should provide me each and everything. At the same time, what I have done for my nation, what I have done for my country, what I am doing for my motherland, that needs to be answered. And I'm going to leave this question to each one of you, including myself, that what I am going to contribute for my nation, for the nation building. I think Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav will be celebrated or can be celebrated with more zeal and enthusiasm. Next year, when we meet and answer this question, that in 1 year, what I have done for my nation, for the nation building, what I have contributed. If you are able to answer this question with whatever small thing you do, I think you have celebrated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Just celebrating a day on this particular occasion. Probably this is a custom, that is what we are following. But beyond that, what are we doing, that needs to be thought of. And I'm expecting this from my fellow students. As our vision says, that we want to make you a good human being, apart from a good pharmacy professional. So a good human being will always have this characteristic, that what he or she is contributing for the building of the nation. And I think the time has come that we need to come forward. We cannot remain in silo. We cannot expect that government should do it. We cannot expect that society should do it for you or for me. But I'm also part of that society, and that's why my contribution is important. So my dear students, my fellow faculty members, colleagues, I'm leaving this question to you, and probably we will take the feedback of this, what you have done next year. When we'll celebrate our 76th Independence Day, we will ask this question to ourselves. Okay. My dear students, please understand that this nation has a great, vast history. This is not a nation of 75 years old. This is a nation of 5,000 years old plus 5,000 years plus history. Each and everybody, if you start from Magadha, from Chanakya, and then from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj to a Mughal era, and then from that to the Peshwas and the British Empire, and then this 75 years starts. So let us go back, dig out the history, what our ancestors have done for building this nation. And I think if you read Chanakya and if you read Swami Vivekananda, these both great personalities will tell you that what each one can contribute. It is not that me as a teacher or you as a student cannot do. I think if we do our bit, as per the requirement of the time, that is going to help for the building of the nation. So I'm happy and touched that our students have planned a very beautiful program on this occasion. And I look forward that many such events would be conducted by the Student Council in this 1 year, where we are truly celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in a very, very true spirit. I extend my warm wishes, and I feel that this kind of energy, the enthusiasm among each one of us remain, that D.Y. Patil University School of Pharmacy in Navi Mumbai come as the epitome of knowledge, epicenter of the knowledge, and certainly contributing into the nation building as such. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to talk and to share my feelings with you. Thank you. Over to you, Bhargavi.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. I will now introduce our honorable chief guest. Lieutenant Commander Yogesh Bhavsar, sir, comes with a diversified and growing experience of 20 plus years, including the last 15 years in an alternate livelihoods and financial inclusion sector. He is an aeronautical engineer turned into a social engineer after his 7 year stint with armed forces and management education from IIM Calcutta. Presently, he is a part of the nation building arm of PAN IIT Alumni Global Network through its foundation arm dedicated to execute and scale income generating models for the underprivileged. He has been a part of the rural banking arm of ICICI Bank earlier and has also contributed to National Rural Livelihoods Mission through Rural Development Department of State Government of Maharashtra. His job roles from Navy, rural banking, state government, and PAN IIT have taken him to places across 10 to 12 different states of the country. His current assignment is majorly in eastern states like Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, and Chhattisgarh. This exposure has helped him to understand the ground realities about poverty and other critical burning issues like rural economies, health, education, etc. Unending efforts being taken up by various entities, including governments, NGOs, developmental agencies like NABARD, corporates, international agencies like UNICEF, UNDP, etc. The in-depth understanding of functioning of all stakeholders, hurdles in program implementation and solution practiced to make it scalable and sustainable are his areas of interest and expertise as well. He is passionate about doing something meaningful for the underprivileged rural masses and believes that the biggest luck of your life is if your passion becomes your profession. We welcome you, sir. I now request our chief guest to say a few words to commemorate this occasion.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Bhargavi. And thank you, everyone. Wish you all a very, very happy 75th Independence Day.
It's a bit louder.
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so wish you all a very happy Independence Day. So I was quite overwhelmed by the performances, and Bhargavi, Janvi, you guys have good command on your vocab, very nice in talking. Frankly speaking, at your age, I never had that courage. So my courage generally used to be on the sports field. But all these areas, I was a very poor person. Okay, but that was the past. So what I have done is I'm not going to give a speech or something. What I thought is I'll just take you through my journey of life, maybe in next 15, 20 minutes. So maybe it is 1 minute for 1 year of my experience. Okay. So I have prepared a small PPT, which will not be like you need not to read it. So Khush, I am the co-host. Can I?
Yes, you are the co-host.
So
You
let
can
me
directly
start
share it.
from there. Yeah. Yeah, can you see the slides now?
Yes, very much.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah, so first of all, I would thank Dr. Rakesh Somani sir. On a very short notice, I had been invited. But there is a weakness of mine whenever my college, my school, or any educational institute wants me to be there. In fact, it is more than them that I want to be there. And I immediately grabbed the opportunity and said yes to sir without knowing that I don't know ABC about pharma, because that is one sector which I have not worked so far. But I know that this is the right time for all you guys to be in. I think this is the next era which is starting for pharma and healthcare. And similar was the story in our days with the civil engineers. Jisko kuch nahi milta tha, he used to get into civil engineering. But after 20 years, all mechanical engineers are like maybe behind them. Okay. So, I was also a college student like you. Maybe in 99, I passed out my production engineering from a small college in a small town of Maharashtra under Pune University. And this is the, these arrows, if you can see, especially the third year, final year students. So the message is very clear, but the directions are not very clear. Okay. So that is what I wanted to bring out. So start thinking about the future. So what is future? Generally, in your case, maybe it's a campus placement. Maybe you guys are far ahead of us in thinking and maybe resources. Maybe few of you have already become entrepreneurs. Because I have seen this happening across IITs and many colleges and institutes. But I was here, I was confused. It was year of 1999. And if you just go back into history, it was one of the worst recession globally. I think worse than pandemic, because pandemic was a health pandemic, okay, but this was a economic pandemic which I am talking about. So I remember I appearing for interviews in industrial areas of Nasik, Pune, and being offered with a jobs of 2200 rupees per month. Okay, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not joking, these are the facts. Somewhere down in my mind I was thinking it's right, it's wrong, but I could never dare to join on those salaries. And I got into something called a direct marketing business, uh, which I will not get into details, but 1.5 years I did it and I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from there. And so this is, I have tried to correlate in each slide what I'm talking and what happened next. So if you see in 2000, I actually was invited by an interview for Indian Army, because I was little passionate about this sector, because I have done my NCC in my school days, 8th and 9th, but I missed it in my engineering colleges, because I think this is one of my suggestion and my pain point, that many of our degree colleges don't pay attention to these aspects. So for example, if I ask a simple question that how many colleges in Navi Mumbai have a NCC arm, I think answer to that will be maybe one or two. So I think it is not about the institutes, but I think it is about students as well. Ki agar aap, if there is a demand, the supply will be there. Okay, so this is one economic principle which generally applies to anywhere. So as you see, I have went to something called SSB, Services Selection Board. In Allahabad, I went for army interview. I was completely unprepared. I just went there. And first day itself, I was told to go back in general class of railway from Allahabad to Nasik. It is a 42 hours of journey. And I was completely pissed off. I was worried. I was very demoralized. What is so wrong that I couldn't actually cross the basic screening test. And that was the turning point. And I appeared for the next round, which was what Indian Navy. And I thought that I will prepare, I should prepare. And I started looking for options, and I could meet one ex-colonel, sir, Colonel Mohan, I remember his name. And I requested, I was in Nasik. So Nasik is one of the big artillery base of Indian Army. And that way I was fortunate to meet people. So Colonel sir has retired only 2 months ago, and I was maybe first or second or third student for him. So I said, sir, this is the case. I am an engineer appearing for an interview, and if you can guide me. He said, it's okay, but you'll have to come at morning 5:30. And those days, my younger sister was also pursuing her engineering from KK College of Engineering in Nasik. And she used to have a two-wheeler, and she used to have classes. And maybe as a family, her classes and her education was a priority because maybe she was better than me in the studies as well. But I had no option to take a bicycle, ride it for 6-7 kilometers, reach to Colonel Sir, go around. And this happened for 10-15 days, not more, maybe 1 hour every day. And I got a few tips, few directions, and I appeared, and I cleared that. So that was one of the most proud moment and unforgettable moment in my life. And entire my family, my friends, my colleague, everybody was very happy. So this Navy journey started, and I think I will also relate this to today's topic, like what is patriotism and what you have been doing for this country. So the best part of defense is you need not to do anything separately. Okay, so it's just happening through your uniform and through your work. You are there on ships, you are there on borders, you are going through the hardships, you're staying away from your families and doing so many things. So this is like, I will call this as my, software language. There is something called 1.0. So this was the version of patriotism 1.0 in my life as a Fauji. So in Fauji, like I am a soldier, I fight where I am told. So this is very clear in armed forces that you do only what you have been told to do. Okay. And but whenever I fight, I win there. So this is the principle. 7 years, beautiful life. I enjoyed thoroughly. I was lucky to visit few countries as well with my ship on board a Indian Navy ship. I went to Japan. I went to South Korea, Manila, Philippines. Okay, but there was a catch, and that is the beauty of life. It's never easy, and there will be something coming up. So when you, as an engineer, you join forces, bypassing the written test of UPSC, there is one drawback to it, that you are in a short service commission. So my initial engagement was assured for 7+7, that is 14 years of service. So my 7th year was approaching, and I was little worried that what is to be done, because I knew one thing very clearly: if I have to go and work outside in the civil, then I have to have one factor with me, which is age. So I need not to be beyond 35 years, so my market value goes down. So two stories I wanted to cover from Navy. One was my joining, which I have already narrated. The second one was, this was the unforgettable memory. I was on board ship in a typhoon, maybe 250 nautical miles away from Tokyo. And this was one of the worst typhoon which has hit Japan in last 25 years of history. If you see the dates, it is October 2004, and November 2004 was my marriage. And my seniors and my colleagues told me कि भाई तुम्हारा शादी शायद नहीं होगा, because if our ship gets damaged, we'll stuck back in Japan at least for a couple of months. So better you start planning. And unfortunately, I couldn't pass on message to my family or to be my would-be wife, because there is no mobile. And there's only one option, which is called satellite mobile connection, but it is used only for the emergency purpose. And one young officer's marriage is not an emergency for armed forces. So, but somehow we were in that typhoon for 4 to 5 days. I have seen waves of a height of 50 feet tall, which were coming on one side of my ship, and they are crossing the entire ship, and my ship is in between that wave. So these two are the stories. Maybe there are many more. When I meet you in person in your college, maybe we can chat more. But these two I will end, and let's come to that dilemma of whether to continue this beautiful service. I used to love my uniform. I used to love that life, evening clubs, weekend parties, and a lot of hardships. Maybe 1 month you not see your family. But this slide says that man cannot discover new oceans unless he has courage to lose sight of the shore. So I thought on this, and I thought ki my wife was an architect, so now it's a shared life, so there has to be shared agendas. So I thought ki if I quit, maybe she can also get into her career. I am the only son. My parents will have me close to their home. So all these things in my mind, I took a decision that I am quitting. But while quitting, I got an golden opportunity to visit IIM Calcutta. So I went to IIM Calcutta. So this is the to all youngsters, maybe you can note down these 3 C's, which you must make a choice to take a chance. So, and this was the third chance I have taken in my life. After my engineering, I went to a direct marketing model, then went to Navy, then went to now a civil life. So unless you take chances, you will not feel the changes. And I think I'm my friends also keep telling me that you are very lucky, but I feel that I have taken those decisions also, and that's why the changes have come. And fortunately, each change was a good change, a prosperous change, and a lot of learnings for me. So after my IIM Calcutta business, where I got at least 5, 6 job offers in the campus, starting from software company, L&T, rural banking, defense manufacturing. But when I studied little bit about the rural banking and the challenges in India, so I realized that whatever we are enjoying, the ATMs, maybe the mobile banking in urban scenario, I think our citizens in rural space also need it very desperately. And this is actually very, very directly related to their economic growth, their standard of living, and gradually to growth of this country, because we are an agri based country, and majority of our rural population is actually agriculture is their livelihoods. So I was overwhelmed by the concept of taking bank to their house. So if you see a name called Fino, right opposite to your college, opposite to Juhi Nagar railway station, this Fino office is there now. They have shifted to the new Mindspace building of Nerul. So Fino is a full-fledged bank. I'll quickly talk about the Fino model. So what we have done is, you know, this POS machine, generally it works online. Whenever you go to petrol pumps and in the malls, you use it. But in Fino model, we used to take to a village where there is no connectivity, there is no internet. So this machine will work offline. We will store the data, and end of the day, it will be connected to a BSNL line and it will come to our Mumbai server. So this we had done in 2007-8, I'm talking. So we were far ahead of the technology and this market. So again, things were going very good. I got a very good CTC staying in Bombay. I owned a flat. My kids got school admission. I was settling down. But again, deep down in the mind, there was something going on. Ki a ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. So this is was disturbing me because in Fino also I traveled to places, very remote places in Andhra Pradesh, in UP, Bihar, part of Himachal Pradesh, and I felt that whatever we are doing is not sufficient because I am giving bank account to that old lady in a village, but where is the money for her to put into that account? And I think that was a bigger challenge than having an account, which is a very simple process. A person like Fino will come and give you an account within 15 minutes. But what is next? So that next I was looking for an option, and I think that is what I got in my current organization. So this is the longest organization I have served, almost for last 10 years. And I think I will take a little more time, maybe 2-3 minutes to explain this concept. So while I was in Fino, I went to attend a conference of Pan IIT Alumni Foundation, and I was very surprised that 5 young IIT, ISB, IIM background people, they have come together and they are working on a model which talks about giving skill development to the underprivileged youth in the maybe Naxal areas or remote areas. And I saw the model. It is a perfect model in my opinion. So if you see, there are poor people. There are 3 reasons why they are not getting education or skills. Because first thing is their affordability. They don't have money. Second thing is they don't have infrastructure. And third thing is nobody is there to guide them. So all these 3 things we brought to them through a package, not as a charity. It's a social business model. So social business is a different concept. Maybe I need a different session to explain that in future. But if you are noting it down, you can just note one name. He's a Nobel laureate, Professor Muhammad Yunus. He is a founder of Grameen Bank, and he is the godfather of the microfinance. It's a global big business sector now. So you will get a few ideas, and we were also inspired by him. So what we thought that we'll set up a small training center in the village. We will talk to industry. We will get the job assured before I train people. So there is an assured job for the student, and then I go to NABARD. So I think Bhargavi, you read it as NABARD. So basically it's NABARD. It's our National Agriculture and Rural Development Bank of this country. So basically it's a development bank of our country. So which is responsible for rural development and agriculture development of entire India, each village of India. So we took NABARD on board. Ki, sir, if I get admission into IIT, I get 5 lakhs rupees of loan. Then this poor person has also got his job, which is assured through Pan IIT. So please give him 6,000 rupees loan. And he got a loan, he got his education, he got a job, and 1,000 rupees per month karke. In 6 months, he repays back that loan, and the same 6,000 rupees goes to the next candidate. So this is our model, which makes it sustainable. So, sir, if I have time, maybe I'll just play a 2 minutes video.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Certainly.
प्राचीन भारत में गुरुकुल उन्नत शिक्षा.
Is it audible to everyone?
I think I heard it, but then I think you have to de-share this first. The presentation you need to de-share. I don't know.
Can you see the video playing?
No,
So we can hear it. We can't
Yeah.
see it.
Or maybe I have to play it in there.
You can de-share the presentation first, and then I mean.
Yeah, I
so-
think.
Students must be wondering that on the occasion of Independence Day, we are discussing about something, you know, a very unique kind of thing, and so try to correlate. You must have expected that somebody will come and talk about how we did in the independence and how it is important and generalized. But here is a story which is talking about how a civilian can contribute for the nation building. So I think this story should be taken in that sense, all of you. Yeah, you can. What's the problem?
Somehow I'm just trying to, just a second. I think it is done now.
प्राचीन भारत में गुरुकुल उन्नत
हाँ, I'm able to hear it.
Oh. While sharing, is there any button for video also?
IT team, please support him.
Sir, just de-share the screen, open the window for, means play that video, pause it, and then share that video.
Okay.
You can share with us. Our team will play otherwise.
प्राचीन भारत में गुरुकुल
Yes.
का केंद्र रहा है।
Louder, please.
से प्रेरणा लेकर कल्याण गुरुकुल की स्थापना हुई, जिसमें छात्र आधुनिक और तकनीकी शिक्षा के साथ साथ जीवन मूल्यों को भी सीखते हैं। इस योजना का आधार समाज के गरीब तबके, खासकर वैसे लोग जो सुदूर ग्रामीण इलाकों में रहते हैं, वैसे लोग जिनके पास रोजगार की संभावनाएं कम हैं, उनको प्रशिक्षण देकर उनकी उन्नति का मार्ग प्रशस्त करना है। कल्याण गुरुकुल की स्थापना दूर ग्रामीण इलाकों में की गई है, जिससे गरीब छात्र गुरुकुल तक पहुंच सके। ऐसे कल्याण गुरुकुल झारखंड के 10 जिलों में है और आने वाले समय में पूरे राज्य में इसकी स्थापना की जाएगी। गुरुकुल में विभिन्न तरह के ट्रेड जैसे कंस्ट्रक्शन, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, लॉजिस्टिक्स, बिल्डिंग सर्विसेज, अपैरल की ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है। ये ट्रेनिंग शॉर्ट टर्म, फुल टाइम और आवासीय है। कल्याण गुरुकुल में डेमो वर्क साइट बनाई गई है ताकि छात्रों को सीखने में आसानी हो। साथ ही प्रशिक्षण लेने के लिए लोन की व्यवस्था नाबार्ड के सहयोग से कल्याण गुरुकुल द्वारा की जाती है। इस योजना का दूसरा पहलू प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त लाभुकों को सुगम, एवं सरल तरीके से कंपनियों से जोड़कर 100% रोजगार प्रदान करना है। प्रशिक्षण के पहले सिद्धांत के रूप में अनुशासन को मानक बनाकर छात्रों की ट्रेनिंग शुरू हुई। इस अनुशासन को बनाए रखने के लिए कल्याण गुरुकुल में पूर्व सैन्य अधिकारी को प्रधान अध्यापक के रूप में नियुक्त किया जाता है, जिसका सीधा असर वहां के छात्रों के जीवन में दिखता है। प्रशिक्षण के साथ साथ उनके अंदर आत्मविश्वास, स्वास्थ्य के प्रति जागरूकता, काम में एकाग्रता जैसे गुणों का सृजन होता है। यही कारण है कि कल्याण गुरुकुल से निकले छात्रों ने जिस भी संस्थान में कार्य किया है, वहां अपनी अलग पहचान बनाई।
Yeah, so that is what my organization is doing. And coming back to this was a little old video. Now we have spread across Jharkhand. We are in talks with few more states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Telangana. So these are few photos I have just thought that to share with you, just to show that all of these buildings are belonging to government. Pan IIT doesn't own a single inch of the land or building. So this much of infrastructure was either underutilized or maybe unutilized. So we went all across Jharkhand, our team, it was 5-member team of all of them were IITians, all 5 boys. And we had a list of 150 buildings which were converted into state-of-art kind of training centers. You can see we are also running the nursing training for the girls, which is a 2-year program. We have also very innovative ITI programs for girls. Maybe the faculty, this is very interesting thing that this is one ITI, it is not in welding trade alone. So this is called manufacturing technology, in which girls are getting exposed to electronics, electrical, production technology, 3D printing, and CAD CAM part as well. So idea is that today's workforce, and this is one message to the students as well, that the employers are looking forward to multitaskers today. Okay, so maybe so you need to be more prepared for multiple roles, and I think one of the very important aspect today is your IT literacy. Okay, so you have to be a IT savvy person also with respect to your field. So because I had been seeing this message coming very strongly from industries, these are the gaps which we are seeing in the students. So we call them as employable skills, which may or may not be part of your academics, but you can definitely start looking for them. So whenever I have these discussions, speak to student, generally I see one question which is there in next slide, but this is my version 3 of patriotism. Okay, so version 1 was Navy, second was FINO, the rural banking, financial inclusion, microfinance, उनको 5-5, 10-10 हजार रुपए का loan देना है, etc. But then I thought this is where my answers to my previous questions I got, because with this skill he also gets a job. So his salary account, which I had opened, gets at least 15 to 20,000 rupees every month in that account as a salary. And the next step now Pan IIT is working on, now this person after 2-3 years of experience, he should come back to his village and start his own business. And that is how the Bharat will become Atmanirbhar. So on day one, you just can't start a business. You have to have an experience, industry exposure, all those things. So this is the question many of the students would have or maybe should have. What should I do and how should I get associated? Where should I start and what are the avenues for me? So it's it's a very big topic, but there is one thing which I saw. This can address this question particularly not from your academic perspective, but your personal areas of interest and maybe the small steps you want to take towards a nation building or contribution to the nation. So see, patriotism, I heard Sadhguruji, he had a very nice definition. Patriotism is nothing but an emotion. Okay, and this emotion should never die. See, the level of patriotism may go down in next 25, 50 years among us, like it has happened in countries like Europe and US. So I was lucky just before the pandemic in December 2009, I was in INSEAD campus of Management College in Singapore, where I attended a course on social entrepreneurship business, and I had postmates from all across 29 countries. So when I heard one of my postmates from Netherlands, they are talking the social burning issue is ki what best can be done to a 80 years old citizen of Netherlands. So I was zapped. I said ki in India we talk we never talk for 80 years old ke liye kya kare. We are worried about 18 years old ke liye kya karna hai. So that is the level of development which we'll have to see, and I think Modi ji has announced it. There is a blueprint of next 25 years is being written today and getting executed, and I think all of us with our age and the right time we are there, and we'll be witnessing this paradigm shift story of our country in next 25 years. So quickly coming to this slide, so there is something called Sustainable Development Goals. We call them SDGs. So these are the 17 interrelated goals which will take us to a better world tomorrow. So these are the global level goals. United Nations, which we are also part of that, you can say the group. In 2015, these have been decided. So separately, if not now, you can go through each of them. You can just Google SDG number 2, no hunger. You will see 10 names popping up. Many of them are working in Mumbai. Just call them, ki sir, Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours I am free. I want to come and see what you guys are doing. And I think that is the most, we in management, we call it the lowest hanging fruit. Okay, so that is the most easy step for you guys to start coming out and start contributing. And I think in your age, I never had answers. I don't expect you also have those answers. But the beauty and intelligence is to learn from somebody else's mistakes or maybe somebody else's knowledge. Okay. So just to give an example, whatever you have seen our video, so I have correlated the Pan IIT's work is actually working and solving 9 of the SDGs. So how I will show it in next slide. See, no poverty because he got income. So they are coming out of poverty. No hunger because they have sufficient income. They are eating well now. Quality education, which was not there in their village district, we brought through our Gurukul model. Gender equality, 40% of our trainees are girls. So they are also making 15,000-20,000 of rupees income. Good jobs and economic growth we have brought to Jharkhand. We have trained 20,000 youth so far. You can make calculation 20,000 average salary is say 15,000. So 20,000 into 15,000, maybe 300 crores is the income through these 20,000 people to state of Jharkhand. So that is the economic impact which our this model has done. Innovation and infrastructure. So again, one confusion generally as a student we have that for innovate you need to be a PhD guy, but that is not the case. You can innovate the process also. You can innovate the way you cross the road. You can innovate the way you attend the classes, or maybe you can the way you make notes. So innovation is there in everywhere. It is there in your action. It is there in your processes you can do. So what we have done is actually a process innovation. There was government who wanted to solve problems. There are industries who need skilled people. Okay, there is NABARD who want to do rural development. So we have not done innovation. We have just caught them at the right place, brought them together, and we are taking them forward. Okay, so life on land. So life on land comes everything which is there on the land. If you see very interesting SDG 14 number, life below water, which is I have read it is 10 times bigger than what is there on the land. So there are a lot of things are happening even for them. And partnership for the goals, which I have explained to you, which is SDG number 17. So I have already partnered with multiple state governments, multiple development organizations, multiple NGOs, and so many multiple communities. So my message to students is whenever you get into your jobs, businesses, put that job here, put that your company here, put your business model here, and just see at least one of them is getting touched. Obviously, the economic, if your company does well, the economy is getting touched. So any good thing you are doing, at least you will be touching 4 to 5 of the SDGs. And I think that will be an amazing starting point for you people. And you can grow. Maybe my first initiative of Navy would have touched all of them, or maybe none of them, if you see direct or indirect way. So that is where I have come. So if you see my PPT, it is just photos and some Google images, which was a shortcut, but which is what I wanted to do. So this is my message to all of you, including faculty, me, and anybody who is attending. Even the smallest of the efforts count. So keep doing a little good every day, and one day you will have the country independent from all its problems. Happy Independence Day. And this was maybe correlates or relates to you a lot. Actually, for me, it was an amazing movie because I had been an hostelite during my engineering, and every day I remember and recollect from my mess, from my classroom, from my cricket ground, and etc. So I will only talk about one word here, which is attitude. So what is attitude? In my opinion, it's a box, it's a package of your skills, your education, your confidence, your patriotism, and all many few more good factors. You have to bundle it together, and I think that is where the attitude comes. And please give importance to that. Start working on that in your own way. You need not to tell anybody. If you have a buddy, if you have a pal, like generally we have na, ek Jai Viru ka combination hota hai. So please keep posted that Viru on that. कि भाई ये करना है मेरे को, I would like to do this. And I think this helps. I have very old friends in US or in India, 20-25 years old friendship, but we make it a point that whenever we get opportunity, we should talk and we should share. So I think this is the message. I never had opportunity for question and answers because, but if you have anyone has a question, please ask. Otherwise, there is a question from me that what do you make out from this slide, which is my thank you slide.
I think students should come forward, to answer his question. What is the conclusion of this slide, or what is your interpretation of the slide? Anyone, please. See, having such kind of talk on the Independence Day program is very, very important. Let us see, let us, change our perspective about Independence Day's program. That's why this kind of talk is very, very important. Anyone? Bhargavi,
guys, don't worry. This is not your exam. It's not counted. Yeah,
that's true.
Be open.
Sir, I feel that our personal life and the professional life should be equally balanced. We should always have an equal balance.
Very good, Sakshi. You are very close. Yeah.
So may I?
Yeah, please.
Equal importance should be given to sports and extracurriculars along with the education and academic part of life, because both are going to take you forward. So you should not always just sacrifice one to do the other. Both should be equally balanced, and it should not always be, one is a lot and one is, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So basically sports and academics should be given equal importance, according to me.
Okay. I could see a few more hands were coming up.
Sir, according to me, the left-hand side shows passion, your passion that you want to follow, and the right side shows that what are your duties to living your life, and there should be a balance in both of those things.
I think you are bang on to that, and even the earlier answers were right. So work and life balance, professional life, personal life, all those will be the issues for you guys in future. So, but my simple suggestion and message is that what is your person? Okay, so again, let's go by those few emotions. One of them is patriotism. Please give them weightage. Like suppose 50% is your personal, so at least 10-15% should be there. Then your interest, I could see, sorry, I couldn't say it earlier, but I congratulate Bhargavi, Janvi, Simran for your speeches. Dancer Praful, the poem singers Ansari, Vaishnavi, Samruddhi and Surbi. You are amazing in your song. And Kush, the man behind, good show. You're nice on your piano as well. So maintain that. Don't leave those. Like, even today, before our talk, I go to badminton and I completed my 1.5 hour session even today. So I came back, got fresh, and I am attending. So I don't leave it. So life will come like that. You get into first job, lot of rigor, this, that, and all. But don't that personal thing die or your emotions die. And give, obviously, I do agree that in campus placement, the best salary is the best job. And I, my both hands are on for that. Go for it. No issues. But your second job, third job, fifth jobs are the wiseful decisions. They are not the campus decisions. Okay. So each year you graduate, each year you mature, and each year, then this, you can see this perfect balance which you are seeing in this slide. Maybe I took 10 to 12 years to come there. Maybe one of you will be very lucky that maybe initial 2 years only you are there. And I have seen people that during their education itself, they know what I have to do and what I'm made for, and they have started doing. So it's part of luck. But I think these are the few thoughts, few experiences I wanted to share. I'm always available. I stay in Navi Mumbai itself. I would love to come to your campus, meet you in person when things are back to normal, and all of us pray that that we should be independent from this pandemic also as soon as possible. Okay, and thanks a lot, sir. Thanks for taking some extra time, but I think I should make use of this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, sir. It was a really unusual kind of talk today. Unusual, unexpected kind of talk. Generally, we expect that Independence Day talk will be typically talking something on the patriotism, but you have defined patriotism in a very different way. So really, and certainly, as you mentioned, we will work together. There are certain couple of areas which are identified where you and we as a School of Pharmacy can certainly work together. So since we stay in a same locality, I think we will take the advantage of this and do something good for the betterment of our students. Thank you so much. Yeah, Bhargavi, please take it from.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. I'm sure you enlightened each and every one of us in this meeting. Before moving on to the vote of thanks, I'd kindly request the staff members as well as the students to fill the attendance form. The link will be shared in the meeting itself. Now moving on, the vote of thanks will be given by Sakshi. Over to you, Sakshi.
I, Sakshi Silgaonkar, on behalf of D.Y. Patil University School of Pharmacy, I duly express my gratitude and thankfulness. Very firstly, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Rakesh Somani sir, for his constant support and encouragement throughout the program. I would like to thank our today's chief guest, Mr. Lieutenant Colonel Yogesh Bhav sir. Thank you, sir, for your warm blessings. I thank our Cultural Secretary, Ms. Faria Razvani, for organizing today's event. Our General Secretary, Mr. Kush Jain, and Faculty Coordinator, Mr. Praveen Nayak sir, for their constant backing us. My heartfelt thanks to entire DYPUSOB Student Council. Lastly, I thank all the attendees present for our today's Independence Day celebration. We had a lovely audience today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi, for your vote of thanks. I also request everyone to fill the feedback form for today's event, which is sent in the Zoom meeting itself. Thank you.
And we are closing the meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Yogeshji. We'll get back again to you. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well done, Student Council. Good job. Bye.